All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome so much. Thank you for being here with us. I'm Monica Brady here at Photo5. With me today, I've got Sharon Beck and Bree White. We're so excited for you, Bree, to be here. I'm just like, yay. As soon as you said, yes, I'd be here. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of let Sharon take the reins on this because she knows a heck of a lot more about real estate than I do. But we do want to, ask some questions about, how you use Photo5 and what you do for social media and kind of marketing and all that good stuff. So, all right, let's go.
Like Monica said, we have the most talented Bree White with us. I met Bree. Did I meet you last year at R4? I think it was last year that you presented at R4, correct?
Yeah, but I feel like I've known you forever at this point.
I know. We met, Bree started the Remax creative page, and I was just looking at it, and it's huge. It's grown so much. I mean, you're looking at how many people, 22,000 members in this group, and what you started with just you and an idea.
Yeah.
And so it's so cool. We met on Facebook, and then we met at R4 in person. And like you said, it just kind of feels like forever since we've known each other, because we talk all the time and we see each other on Facebook. And so just a little bit of background, I come from the Remax world and as a director of agent services. So I have, for the last couple of years, have been working with different apps, different tools, and trying to find not the perfect, because there's never going to be a perfect, because there's always something shiny and new coming out. But I've, done my work and tried to figure out the best marketing tools for agents, the quickest marketing tools, as well as what works best for social media. So I think that's what's really cool about having you on today, is being able to pick your brain, because not only did you start the Remax creative page, but you've now started a real estate creative page that really encompasses all of the real estate brands. Talk to me a little bit about that, because what I think is so cool is what did you say about working together? Like, we want to work together with the other companies and not like, this is mine, it's my pretty, my precious.
Yeah. So when I got in the industry 12 and a half years ago, it was kind of like if someone left to another brand, you're like, oh, you can't stay with us anymore mentality. And I don't really agree with that. So I wanted to have a safe space where, regardless of brand affiliation, you can come, you can learn, you can grow, and honestly, like, make friends. What I learned is that my Remax Creative Group has allowed me to meet amazing people all over. So that I was like, but wait, there's like so many other brands. Like, who am I missing out on that I want to be friends with? So I figured it'd be a great place to do that and just collaborate.
What was when you started Remax Creative, did you have any clue that it would be as big as it is?
God, no. I honestly, so there was, Michael Thorne has a video group with Jesse Peters, and Heather Holiday had a referral group. And back then, I wasn't even selling full time. I was kind of doing like what you were doing, an operations director and stuff. And I would make these graphics for our office, and I was like, oh, but I feel so like guilty in a way that like I'm not sharing them with everyone else. So I would post them in their group, and they never deleted the post, and they let me do it. So I was kind of a rule breaker. And then I was kind of like, all right, well, maybe this is a thing, because the attraction became like bigger than I expected. And I thought like, okay, maybe I can make a group. And sure enough, it just snowballed into this conglomerate thing that it is.
Absolutely. Now, so for me, when I create, I think a lot of people, when they get into Photo5, they get a little overwhelmed because there's so much there. When you create, what is it like? Do you have an aha moment and then you're like, do, or do you just like sit there and play with it and see what happens?
It depends on the mood and the day, I think. It just, sometimes I know right off the bat what I want to do, and it's just finding the correct pieces to like tie it in together. Or sometimes I have to get in there and see what inspires me. And what's really great about Photo5 is there's so much artwork that's really easy to find something.
Absolutely. And the templates, I think the thing, I love the artwork. I love the stickers, but for me it's the templates and saying, oh crap, today's Thursday. I got an open house and I haven't done a graphic for it. I haven't posted it anywhere. And I can pull up my phone and it's easy, as simple as pulling my phone. And in 5 minutes, I can have a graphic ready to post to all media outlets. So when you, I know we dropped like 4 years ago at BOC, I think. Was it 4 years ago or 3 years ago, Monica?
3, I believe.
3. Okay, so about 3 years ago. So I know I've been with Photofy and following Photofy since then. But can you tell me, like, what's your favorite thing about Photofy? And, have you noticed like the growth that Photofy has had from when they first started to now?
I like that Photofy is pretty much taking over the real estate world, so to speak. You guys are with Remax, you're with NAR, even my board has their own little pop-up thing. Like, it's really cool to know that, like, I literally can switch between the different like variations of the app and just have anything. So that I really, really like, for sure. And you're always adding stuff. Like, I feel like I never get bored because it's just a consistent flow of something new coming in, where some apps don't have that capability to offer that much stuff.
Yeah. And I think that's something cool too that I love to give shout outs to, is we have an incredible design team that works very closely with Remax LLC, and we're constantly trying to bring new things, because nobody wants stale, nobody wants old stuff. So, and that's when those new Remax stickers came down, and I'm like, those are specific to Photofy, so it really is. It really is a great app, and I really like that it has all of your Remax stuff. And like you said, now we have NAR. We also have I know we have SRES, and we have a couple of other designations that we work with. So we have a lot of designations that we're working with, and we're still adding, and we're hoping to add. Like you said, you had the Florida. What board are you with Florida?
It's Greater Palm Beaches and Greater Fort Lauderdale. They've merged. So
gotcha. And so you have different templates for that. And what's neat is it's all in the same app. You just sign up for Remax, and then you use your same email that you signed up with Remax to do the NAR sign up. And then all of it's right there in the same account, and you just have to do your drop down. So it really is very beneficial for those that want to be in one app. Now, when you talk about, or when you go to like post something to social media, how do you so I've always heard there's like an 80-20, 80% business, 20% whatever fun. Tell me how your feeling is when you're posting for business, whether you're posting, how do you post in social media and decide what to post?
So I don't really believe in following any numbers. I think it's more of an intuitive thing. I think the numbers help for someone who's just starting off and you just kind of don't know where to go or what to do, because it takes the fear factor out of it. But for me, it's trial and error. Like, I have spent the last 3.5 years just really honing in on, when I post like this, I get more engagement. When I post like that, I get nothing. And then just knowing that, like, okay, because I got a traction off of this, I should do more of that style versus something else. So I've really just paid attention and become one with my social media posting.
Do you use, I know, actually I just was on the site, the Facebook page today for Remax Creative, and it looked like LLC dropped the June calendar. So when you were just starting out, was that beneficial for you? I know that I like to have a social media calendar to kind of give me an idea. Okay, great. Like Friday's National Donut Day was Friday. Wait, no, that was the beginning of June. So I like to have, is that helpful? Was that helpful for you in the beginning? Do you still use tools like that for your social marketing creation?
Yeah, it was helpful in the beginning, and then you kind of grow from there. I think it's a really good template for you to start off, to be like, okay, well, I got to do something, and I know 4th of July is coming up, so let me post something for that. And then from there, you can get more personal, because I feel like when you're posting for a holiday, it's just kind of like, let me post to get something out. And then it just kind of grows from there. And then maybe something impactful happens. Like, I advocate a lot on expressing your vulnerability if that's something that you're open to, because there's nothing better than building connection. And, you know, it goes so much further than just posting for a holiday.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I love that we're continuing to do in Photofy is add more video and add like video templates and being able to create with that. So there's something about, yeah, it's a great, cool static post. You can do your templates, you can do open house, happy birthdays, happy anniversaries. But I think being able to do a video, like for me, I think video is more personalized and video is more it like allows you to see my personality and my spunk. I can't do that in a picture alone. And so one, I love that about Photofy is that we have, so I have an agent in Blue Springs, his name is Mike Smith, and he does a generic happy birthday video. And then he takes and uses the video templates and then customizes those to his clients. So I think that video is kind of where it's at right now, especially with, I mean, with what we've gone through. We've all done Zoom, and then there's Bomb out there that you can send personalized videos. But I think sending somebody a video and then using our video templates to customize that really is staying on brand and letting them know that, hey, yeah, here's a birthday video, but here, let me pop my little balloon in it and my little template in it so you never forget, hey, I'm with Remax.
100%. I think that their video is really great, and I think it speaks volumes. It's just about finding that comfort level. Like, I'm definitely the one who will tell you I'd rather do a blog post than a video. However, I'm working on my video skills. I actually have a couple videos that I just have to finish editing that I'm going to be posting. That, yeah, I can't believe I'm doing it.
And I'm the total opposite. Like, they want me to do a blog and I'm like, no, I'll do a video. I would do a video any day, every day, because I am better with the spoken word than the written word.
See, and I told her just speak into a microphone and have voice recognition going, so she'd be good. You just need to do the opposite, Bree. Type it out there.
I love, so live, I would tell all my agents to go live whenever you could for like open houses, for you know, a lot of the, when we closed down with the pandemic, people were doing a lot of video walkthroughs, we're doing a lot of videos like that. And I think that is so cool. You want to be a real person, you know, and I tell everybody, get on your social media, let them know you're a real person, go live when you can, post a video, and just be real, be you. And so I'm telling you, Bree, be real, be you. I think you're great on camera. I follow you all the time when you go on camera. And you're like,
yep.
I think the best videos I've done was the ones during quarantine where I think I went live and I had like a box of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and cereal. And I was just like, hey guys, I'm sitting here eating my cereal. What's up? Like, people still talk about that. They were like, you're a riot. Like, I don't like, I did it 3 or 4 times and it was just like cereal hour with like free. Like,
so mine is every time I go to Del Taco, because Del Taco is my joint, I go live. And so everybody knows, hey, Sharon's at Del Taco, she has to go live.
That's awesome.
But I mean, that brings a human aspect to you too, that a lot of people see the staged parts of social media, you know, in photo and in video. And I think that's when you can do something like that, it really, they can connect a lot better. So
yeah,
that helps.
And I will say that for anyone who is not comfortable with that, you can use your written word to connect. You just have to create a story. Like, I tell everyone, if you're not 100% comfortable yet and you want to build up to video, think of it back to like our college days or high school days where we had to write an essay. Like, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the goal is to always pull someone in and leave them with something. Absolutely. So I think if you can structure your post that way, like, it speaks volumes. And then create a really pretty graphic in Photofy and add it to it, and you're good.
And that's what I also love about Photofy is, yes, we have some really cool Remax content, but there is a really neat, there's a personal side of it as well that has beautiful photos. We have stock photos. And that's another thing too is, you know, Bree, you're super into you're into all these other different apps and these different marketing content creators. But like for me, I love that I can go in and I can search a stock photo and not have to pay individually for that stock photo, or not have to Google it and get hit with, hey, you can't use my picture anymore, that I have royalty rights. But in PhotoFi, you have these stock photos, you have stock stickers, you have all this fun stuff that you can grab that, yeah, it's cool for your business, but on your personal side as well, you can create those beautiful graphics, and you can create all that fun stuff that, sorry, my Facebook's up, so my messenger is going to pop up. So, but yeah, you can create all those fun graphics right there in the same app that you're creating your business graphics in.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think it's multifaceted. Like, I have one that I made when I was beta testing it before it was actually launched through Remax. I can't tell you how I made it, but it's something that I made completely from scratch in PhotoFi, and I was actually like really blown away. I was like, this is really cool. Like, it's really in depth. It just takes, getting used to, like any app. The more you use it, the more there's a comfort level. And it's really robust, which is nice.
Absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head right there. Is it's getting used to it, is getting in there, messing around with it, creating stuff, and then eventually you're going to be, I mean, you're never going to be an expert at something completely, because like photo, we're constantly adding stuff, we're constantly giving you cool stuff. So eventually you can become to the point where you're comfortable with it. You can sit in the car while you're waiting for your coffee at the drive-through Starbucks, because we all know that takes like 20 minutes. And why do we sit in the line? I don't know. Anyway, but you can pull open your app while you're sitting there, and you can create your open house stuff, your just listed stuff. You can create, I love that we have happy birthday templates now. And what we can do is, here is, we can share the screen and we can talk about some of the templates, but we've added some home anniversary or like welcome to the neighborhood ones.
Those are great.
Yeah. And it's really about connecting with your client, and as well as staying. So I tell when I was working with the agents, is make sure to stay in front of your past clients too. So develop a plan where you're sending happy birthday messages, where you're sending happy anniversary messages, and we have all those templates in PhotoFi. We also stay in front of them and make sure that you're reaching out to them. I mean, if you're not doing a magnet or something that is on their fridge, then they're going to go to sell their house in 3 or 4 years, and they're going to be like, oh, I need to find another agent, and not realize, hey, I should contact my old agent that I actually bought the house from.
100%. Yeah, you got to stay in contact. I've built my entire business around social media, which I'm just now realizing that I probably should branch out a little bit more. But it's worked. It's a long game. I think I call it social farming, and it's literally like postcard farming. It just takes time. The more I add all of my clients, once we're done with the transaction, we're good, they're happy, I'm happy, we're all like, whatever. Thankfully, I've never had a client that's they're never going to talk to me again. So it hasn't been an issue, but yeah, that way they can see me, and it's helpful, and we keep in touch with each other's lives, or something's going on. Like, it's tremendous. So
absolutely,
definitely.
I have a rule that I don't know whose rule it is. It's some social media guru's rule, but it's a 20, 15, 10, 5 rule. We talk about, I would tell them, 20 minutes a day on social media for business, 15. So it's 20 minutes a day, 15 likes on posts, 10 comments, and at least 5 personal messages. So
Yeah.
and those don't even have to be about business related. They can be about human connection. They can be about building that audience. Then there's another thing I read about the algorithm on Facebook, that the more you interact with the people that like your page, the more they're going to see your page and your content. So yeah, it's one thing to post to Facebook, but making sure that you interact with your people that like your business on Facebook is what keeps you foremost on their feed.
I tell everyone, because for some reason there's a disconnect. It happens, is that you are literally your own micro influencer with whoever your followers are, whoever you're friends with on any social media outlet. You are an influencer. So you have to act like it. There's a certain position you have to take in order to, just like Sharon said, communicate and stay in touch, and kind of do like the mayor campaign, because you're building a bond and a connection. And trust me, I've been there, and I know that, like, you never know who's watching and who will reach out to you for a transaction. Like people that I didn't even realize were paying attention to me were like, oh, hey, Brie, we're ready to buy. I'm like, what? I didn't even know like you don't like any of my stuff. So, okay, cool. Let's go.
Exactly. And I have so probably a year or two ago, I had a young kid, he's probably 22, and he was talking to me about social media, and he didn't have a business page on social media or on Facebook. And I I used my mom voice. And I was like, dude, you have to get a business page on Facebook, because how are people going to know that you're in the business of real estate if you're not out there promoting yourself? Because again, you are, I mean, boyfriend, husband, wife, mother, sister, grandma, they're going to be great at telling their friends, hey, my grandson's in real estate, but they can only market you so far. You have to be your own marketer. You have to be your person that toots your own horn. So no kidding, he went home, he created a Facebook business page, and within a week he had some dude from college that hit him up and said, hey, I'm looking to buy a house. Can you help me? And he came into my office. He was so excited because somebody reached out to him on Facebook. And I said, yes, because you're putting yourself out there. And so people know that you are with Remax. And one thing that I've learned with Photofy and Remax is by staying on brand and making sure that you brand your pictures, you brand yourself, that people are going to know, hey, you're with Remax. Hey, I know that means that you're the balloon. I know that means that you're in real estate. And hey, when I'm ready to sell or buy, I'm going to look at you. So
100%. I tell everyone to leverage whatever brand they're with until you build yourself up big enough that you no longer have to. It doesn't matter where you are. So I think it's really important to find something. Like for me, I use a hashtag. If you Google my hashtag, it's hashtag breeze to keys, like it's a breeze outside. Everything pops up me, and that was on purpose. Like I wanted to make sure that I picked something that's one of a kind. And I always tell everyone, if you're going to brand yourself, make sure you search Instagram, Facebook, Google, Twitter, wherever, to see where this information is being used before you just use it, because it might be connected to something that you don't really align with, and trying to overcome and overtake that hashtag or whatever it is, it might be more work than it's worth. So I definitely think leverage your brand 100%, and then you'll get to a point where you're so known that it's about you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So tell me, what is your favorite thing to create in Photofy?
I love the artwork.
Right. So if you were going to start there, what would you want to, do you use it for business? Do you use it for listings? How do you optimize Photofy with the Remax subscription and galleries?
So I don't typically do too much with listings and stuff, because I feel like it is, for me, that's not really what pulls in my engagement. Every once in a while, if I have a really compelling story, like I just closed something that I was the fourth realtor, like, whew, I got it done.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes I'll do stuff like that, but I use it for all kinds of stuff. Like I've used it for Instagram stories. I've taken the best features, like my favorite one I've made, and I have some of them saved and I can show you guys, is they had this art that said 100% that Grinch for the holidays. Yes. And that was like when like the song was super like huge, and I was like, that's it, I need it. So I made the background. I think it was the background that was already done in Photofy, and then I added the artwork on it. And then another app I had these like twinkling lights. So this is before you guys had gifts or anything like that. So I added like the twinkling lights to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. So.
Yeah, if you want to show us some of your designs, and then I'll get in live and show the app itself and answer. I know we've had some questions on like different things that they want us to create, right, Monica? And show them.
Yeah, actually. So I'll start with this one. Someone asked about, what suggestions do you have for someone who's managing the company's Facebook page? So I'm guessing you wonder, how do you grow it and how often do you post, and what's the best?
What I did, I was managing an office in Boca, and I really looked for interactions. Like stagnant posts drove me insane. It was like my own personal pet peeve. Like I wanted to prove to myself I could get more interactions. So what I did is I personalized it more. I would tag the realtor that's in the office that did whatever the achievement is on the business page. I would find ways to kind of like hype it up. And it worked. We got more traction that way versus just sharing this listing or this latest article from NAR and only getting like 2 likes. It definitely speaks volume the more that you engage with people on a personal level.
Absolutely. And I know some folks don't have time to sit and create all the time. And I think one of the great things with Photofy is that we have the quick share, the repost in there that it's tap and share and go if you don't have time, just to get something out there and keep things going, and then absolutely spend the time creating and adding and just, going on and talking with your group as much as you can. And then how do you find yourself using Photofy the most? Do you do templates? Do you do freeform? Do you use projects? And you said you love the artwork.
We love the artwork 100%. Or sometimes I have to like edit stuff. And I really like the editing capabilities just because it's like a movable bar, you know what I mean? And then if I want, I can just add or minus stuff, whereas not every app has that. It's not as fluid that way.
True.
So sometimes if I create another app, I pull it into Photofy and get like the contrast or whatever I want exactly like correct. And then I pull it back out. It's just, there's so much freedom within Photofy. And I find that to be a really positive.
Cool. Awesome. And then, we do have some content creation questions. One, Shelly's asking, how do I make a template that I can paste on top of new listings that I don't need to do each time? So I know projects is going to be that one. So we can show you how to do that, Shelly. And then it would be nice to have a banner created that I can post for consistency and Facebook video lives on Facebook. Okay, so I've never done Facebook Live as far as adding banners to that. Is that something that's possible?
Like, is it when you do Facebook Live, can you add like pictures on top of your picture? Like,
I don't think
directly. It would have to be like, through something else.
StreamYard or something like that would allow you to do that. But as far as creating a banner, you can create a banner in just about anything. If you make it a transparent PNG, you can add it to your Logo Plus, which is a feature that's included with your subscription. So you get to add your own custom logos. A lot of folks will put their headshot in there. They'll take all the background out and just have their headshot in. And then a banner would be a perfect place to do that as well. So
Monica, while you're asking those questions, let me open up. I'm going to share my screen on my tablet so that I can show those.
Go for it.
Okay, perfection. Let's go. All right, beautiful. So I'm on my tablet, and to reiterate, Photofy is mobile and tablet use only. It's not desktop use. It is meant for on-the-go content creation. I don't always take my laptop with me because it's giant. So I'm going to do on-the-go from my mobile or from my tablet. So let me use my little mouse here. There we go. Perfect. So here's my Photofy app. And let's talk about the Logo Plus and how you can go in and what am I logged in as?
You.
Yay, I am. Perfect. So down here on the bottom, we were talking earlier about how the different accounts or galleries, we call them galleries, that you can actually access. So down here, there's accounts. And I can pull open and I can access NAR if I wanted to do NAR. I can access my Remax, which we're talking about today. I also have for those brokers and those recruiters, there is a recruiting for Remax that has a bunch of really awesome stuff as well. So for today, I'm going to jump back into accounts. I'm going to go into Remax. And so let's talk about Logo Plus first. So in order to add my transparent logo, my transparent photo, you can actually do regular photos too if you wanted to pop a photo on top of a photo. So I'm going to access my photos and collages right here. And then just for today's purpose, I'm going to grab this first house here, click continue. And then down here, I have this Logo Plus. It says add logo. So I'm going to click on this. Now you're going to see that these are actually all of my logos that I've added here. You get 12 spots and you can always remove using the X. You can click add your logo here and you can pull it straight from your camera roll. So if I wanted to grab something from my camera roll, this is how I would grab that. So like here was one of my logos, one of my team logos that I'd helped made. And see, it doesn't have to be, this one isn't a PNG, so I can still use it. I can just shrink it like this. And so that is loaded. But if you have a transparent background, that would be great. And it removes the white and it pops it on the picture. I'll show you how that looks too.
I said, next logo you pop on there, can you do me a favor and show how you would keep it level? Someone's asking, how do you keep it level and making bigger or smaller? The rotation.
Oh yeah. So when you're in so here I am in this logo. I have these slide bars, so I can either pinch the screen and move it around, which I'm doing right now, or I can use these slide bars to rotate that to make that level. I can use a slide bar to make it bigger, smaller. However, I can also make that a little opaque if I slide this bar. And then I can position wise, this is really cool, or aligning. So that gets me, I'm really anal about like the position on the screen. So I can do top, middle, or bottom. And I also have left, middle, and right. So if I wanted this smack dab in the middle of the screen, that's where it is on the middle of the screen. And earlier, Brie was talking about editing tools. I do love the editing tools. So like this, if I wanted to make this, if I want to go to the top here and I wanted to make this photo file really pop out, I'm going to click on shadow. And then I'm going to click on standard here if I just want a black one. And then I'll click apply. And then I can also, I can change that to any other kind, but I can unblur it because it's blurry now. And I can make it so that it's a little closer or a little further. And so like somebody mentioned Bitmoji. What I did with my Bitmoji is I went to the Bitmoji app and I found one that I wanted to remove the background. And then I have a background eraser app. Is it on my, oh, here it is. So it's this eraser.
That
right
thing
here.
is life, by the way.
Dude, it is. So like I'll go into Bitmoji and I will find a picture I like, and then I'll drop it into this background eraser and I'll erase the background. So then I can go into my Photofy app and under logos, this is my new girl. I like her in her hot pink jacket.
It's cute. I've even done it for like just random, like I've had people take pictures like a solid background of me and I'll wear a shirt or something that's funny and I literally use the background eraser for that. It's crazy. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I love the Bitmojis. But also I can. So I took another picture just to kind of showcase. So like this one I just removed. It was a picture of myself and I removed the background. Or like these are two agents that I used to work with. I had removed the background of just a regular photo. So that's why I like that background eraser. I also use, when I'm on the computer, I use a program called Clipping Magic. And I really like Clipping Magic. It is, I think you get a couple free and then you have to pay for a subscription. It's amazing on the computer that allows you to remove the background. And these were just regular headshots that I took. Here's, oh, here's Drew. He's out of the Little Rock office, Keith Pike's office. And he wanted me, we sat at lunch and I removed his background and I showed him how to use Photofy. And him and Jordan are my two favorite guys out of that Little Rock office because they were like all about Photofy. We were sitting having some pizza and we just did Photofy and we, added this picture here. So there's lots that you can do editing wise, but that's how you would do the logo and adding your logo to a picture. It doesn't again have to be a logo. It can be your headshot. It can be another photo that you want on top of a photo, but simply it's just by going to Logo Plus. All right, next, Monica.
All right, so now we have, let's see. Can you show how to use a template where I can add a daily quote? And that's from Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go and get started. I'll get the magic started again. So I'm going to go into templates. And oh, look at these new ones. Oh, I love finding new ones. These are all new right here. Sorry, I'm so obsessed. These are great. Monica, why didn't you look at this? There's a client review. Ask me about real estate daily tips. Here, this is perfect. So here, let's go to daily tips. I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to click on text. Text will allow me to change anything I want to here. Daily tips could be anything from like, make sure that you are checking your air filter, your air conditioning filters. I don't know, is it every 6 months? I don't I don't know. My ex-husband used to do all that stuff. But daily tips could be like, hey, remember when you use me as a buyer's agent, you don't pay a fee. The other person pays that fee. So that's a great daily tip. Or the listing agent or the lister pays that fee. Anyways, so here is that. This is this one. I would just I'd click the X over here, and then I would just type in I don't know, whatever you wanted your daily tip to be. If you wanted it to be seize the day, we could do that. There we go. Let's do this. Boom, click done. And then the only unfortunate thing with these is that I cannot change the size of that text, but I can go in and I can change here where it says NA. I want to get rid of this. Done. And then I can go in and I can make any edits that I need to here. Done. And then when I'm ready, I can click apply. And then if I really like this template and I don't want to constantly have to search for this template, I'm going to click on this paper right up here. And this is where my projects, how I save a project. So I can click on that and I can click save, boom. And then I can always navigate to that project from my home screen by clicking here on the home button. And then in the top, we call this the hamburger menu. Oh, why did my screen do that? So the hamburger menu or the menu button up here, and projects is where that resides. So then I can open up my daily tips and not have to search for that template. And if I've made any changes to that template, that's how it reflects it right there. So, oh my gosh, sorry, I got sidetracked by all those cool templates, but there are other templates in here that you can grab. So say I wanted to do, like this one's really neat. This one already has a quote on it for you. So this one here, dream big, then wake up and get to work. I'm going to click on that one and then I can tap to add a photo. Now I can add any of these photos from here, or I can go to stock photo and I can search for like, what if I want to, I'll use this one here just because it's on my front screen. And then I'm ready to click done. And I'm ready to post this. And then from this done screen here, I can automatically post to Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, or I can click more share options. Now this does save to my camera roll, or if I've got an assistant or I want to save it for later so I can work with it on my computer, I can actually click to save this to my drive. And I can add this to my drive so that I can access this from my computer, or like I said, if I had an admin or an assistant, they can access it and they can do whatever with it. So that is, hopefully that kind of answers the question. Any of these templates that you're using. So I like to, so like here, if I find like a graphic that I wanted to use that had a quote on the back of it, I could grab this photo right here that is branded with Remax, and then I can pop that picture on it that I found. Tap to add photo. Let's go to my camera roll. Let's see if I have anything on here. I don't think I have anything on here really that I've saved for a quote, but let's just do here. What if I want to use this one? I'll use this one right here. So then I could do something like this if I wanted to. You don't have to do something like this, but like if I found a quote, I could pop that picture right there and save it. So does it kind of answer the question? Do I need to show more of those templates? Really, it's just getting in here and playing with the templates and seeing what works best for you. I love this new one, this client review.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you pull one up and show how the scheduler works and also how to save a project?
I showed how to save a project.
Oh, did you? Okay, something came up.
Yeah.
Somebody just popped up with that. So I was like, okay.
I can show it. So it's super simple. But say I have a closing coming up next Tuesday, and I'm working on my graphics today, and I want something to, I want to create something today because this is today I'm going to create on my marketing. So this one, these were the welcome to the neighborhood that I really liked. So here I'm going to use this graphic right here, and I'm going to tap to add a photo. Let's go see what I have in here for photos. I'll use one of my old agents and his little grandson. So I'm going to take this photo and I'm ready to then click done. And then what I want to do is I want to be reminded. So the scheduler is a lot like, it's not anything like Hootsuite, and it's not like Facebook where you can go in and schedule it and it automatically posts for you or later. But what this does is it will send you a reminder that'll pop up and say, hey, you need to post this. So here from this done screen, I'm going to click schedule and I'm going to enter a date and time. And we're going to go next Tuesday is my closing. And it's at, let's go, my closing's at 10. So I'm going to post this to post at 11:30. So then what'll happen, perfect. And then I can enter a caption. And then next, and then I'm going to say, okay, I want it to remind me to post to Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to click done. Cool. So this has been scheduled. Now, if I go, this is my scheduler. So I know on June 22nd at 11:30, I am going to get a reminder to post this to Facebook and Instagram. Again, it's not going to post for me, but it's going to give me this reminder that pops up on my screen that says, hey, you need to go and post this content. So really, it's kind of like a Google Calendar reminder, but it works in the sense where I can, when it pops up, I can then click a button that says, okay, take me there, and it'll allow me to post from there. So that is the scheduler feature. Again, for projects, if I am creating, so even if I do free form, so let's do photos and collages. I want to do a free form for picture collage. I can grab, this is how I do this. If I only want to use 3 pictures and then have an open box to do some free form creating, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my 3 pictures. We're just going to use these 3 today. Click continue. Now this screen here is going to drop me in the, it's going to give me just the options for 3 boxes. But if I click on more, I can find my box that I want to use. So say I want to use this one right here. I'm going to click on this one and then I'll click apply. And now I can go in and I can make any of my edits. I can make my picture smaller. Okay, let's go ahead and make my pictures fit. There we go. And then no, I don't want to rotate you. Stop. And see, I'm using my finger here, so it means that it's going to try to grab it and rotate that picture. And now here on this screen, I'm going to click this little red negative sign, and it's going to get rid of that picture box for me. So then here I can do all my freeform creation. I can go here to artwork. Let's show that artwork that Bree loves so much. We have these yard signs. So I can go in here and I can grab this yard sign right here that has all my information on it.
My favorite one is the dream with the hustle one that you guys created, or is in there. Love that. I've used it like a gazillion times.
Yes, I will show that one here. Oh, hey, what in the world is that? That is not what I want to do. Cancel. Format shadow. I want to go shadow. There we go. So it makes that pop on that white. Okay, apply. Where is...
Your info is gone because you changed the color.
Dude, let's try this again. And I just want to do my shadow. See, we all, even as
there you go.
People that have been here, that I'm going to delete this one, click apply. And then there we go. Let's get rid of this one.
So something to note while she's making these and jumping into the yard signs is you'll see a variety of yard signs. Some of them have text on them and some of them do not. If you're looking for the ones that do pre-fill your information, make sure you see that text on the sign. So you see all these have spots for like associate name and some of them are blank. So obviously the ones that are blank aren't going to have those tokens. And all of this information comes from that profile that you fill out the very first time you sign in. And those allow you to fill in whatever you want to fill in. So
Bree was talking about the hustle. That's a hustle graphic. And I'm going to scroll over. I'm in artwork and I'm going to scroll over to my hustle.
There it is.
Which one is it?
One.
Living the Dream.
Living Dream, yeah. I've used that one so much.
Yes. So you see it defaults to white, but I'm going to actually grab something that's really cool. So in my format under spectrum, I'm going to scroll down just a little bit or scroll up just a little bit. I'm going to find that eyedropper tool. So then with that eyedropper tool, I can actually go over here and grab the Remax red. Perfect. No, I don't want the blue. I want the red. Let's go back. There we go. Beautiful. Apply. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that smaller up here. Again, or I can drop this like this if I wanted to, however I wanted to on this page, but say I wanted to drop it right here. And then I want to just put a shadow on it because I'm working in that white spot and I want to just make that, there we go. That just makes it show up just a little bit clearer. Beautiful. Click apply. And then if I wanted to, I could definitely just add my photo now if I wanted to do something like that. So I could go down here to add logo. And then I can add a headshot. Let's grab the beautiful Aubrey out of one of my offices here in Blue Springs. I'm going to grab that and put that here. Let's make it a little bit. Okay, so say I really like this template. I like what I've done with it, and I don't want to have to recreate the wheel every time I do this. I'm going to click apply. And before I click done, again, I'm going to go up to this top screen right here where this piece of paper is by the house. I'm going to click on that. That's for my projects. And I am going to call this just, let's call this house templates, houses template. Save. Okay, congratulations, that's been saved. So then once I'm done doing my editing, I can go ahead and start over. And when I want to find that project again, I'm going to navigate to my menu button in the top left screen. I'm going to click on projects. And then from this houses template, I can open this and I can make any edits. I can change these. I can change these pictures. I can grab this picture here, that one there, and then place. Say I wanted to do something like this. And then I can do done again. And it saves the edits that I've made. And then when I want to go access that project again, it's going to default back to what I had when I originally saved it. So that's for somebody that likes to do the freeform creation, but also not have to recreate it every single time. So.
They did have Sharon asked, is there a template that you can change the font size and style? So the answer to that, Sharon, is possibly, but that depends on how the settings are for the templates. So Remax kind of defines how they want all of these to look. So if there is an opportunity to change the font size or style, it'll be under the format tab under the text tool. So it kind of all depends on if they allow that. So there's a format tab. This one will not allow you to change color, it looks like, and opacity and tracking. It's not going to allow you to change the actual font style.
So a workaround might be, and this is just me thinking because I get creative with this stuff, is that maybe like what Sharon did on the previous template, she deleted the font and it wasn't there. Mm-hmm. So if you do everything you want within the template, delete the font, save it, then re-upload that saved one, and then you could freeform whatever font you want. It's an extra step, but it would give you that freedom to alter it a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, we do have freeform text. So like say I really liked this one, but I wanted to add some different text down here. I could pull it up in photos and collages, go to text, and then I could do my freeform text that way. And we have, that's a really other, I like the ability to go in and change to whatever, like all these fonts down here, they are so cool. And then we also have the Remax ones. If you wanted to use a Remax font, or I could do, are these new fonts?
Dude, I gotta tell you, the fonts get me every time, regardless of the app. Like I spend the most time picking the best font.
I am so glad I'm not the only person, because I will legit get stuck on the fonts. I'm like, oh, but I like this one and this one. Okay, let's pick these two. Yes, I totally get it, man. Totally.
think as far as fonts go, the only suggestion I would make is make sure it's readable, because when they get small, you want it to be able to be readable.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
to add like a little signature, that's actually kind of cute.
I do. I like that, Sharon. That's cute.
And then like we can go in and from here, I really love our we've worked, man, I love our design team. They work tirelessly to create awesome stuff like this. And so here are those stickers, but in GIF. I always say GIF like peanut butter. I don't know why, but here are the gifts. And these are really fun just to add that special little. So, and these are the new ones. I love the new ones. So if I wanted to grab something here, if I wanted to do this really cool unicorn, because I love unicorn, I'm going to pop this unicorn right down here. And it's golden, man. I love it. Cancel. There we go. So yeah, lots of fun things that you can do, and you can add to different pictures, getting creative. Or if you are just like, I'm not the creative person, please have a template for me. We have those static templates, but we also, like I said, we have those really awesome video templates that I can go in and I can say I have a closing coming up tomorrow and I wanted to do something. I wanted to do here, this one right here. Same thing. I can go in and I can add a video of myself saying, hey, thank you so much for working with me. I had a great time. I'm so glad we found the house of your dreams. And then I can upload this and I can send it to them. Best way to send it, I always say, is via email or via Facebook Messenger if you guys are on social media. I don't text videos typically because when you text from Android to iOS, it gets pixelated and it's not always pretty. So best way to text or best way to send videos is via email or social media messaging. So
awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what we got, man. This flew by. I could talk about this forever.
I know. I just looked at the clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're like at the end already.
I really want to thank you. You are such an inspiration. You were like, when I first started following you, I was like, oh my gosh, she's like my magical little unicorn fairy. I just want to be in presence forever. Because I mean, you have so much knowledge, and what you don't know, you learn, but you also are so creative, and it's just so fun to see you create. And I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you, man. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love it. And I think like we're all better together. So why not share the wealth and the knowledge and inspire other people?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Any wisdom you have for us before we end today?
Don't be afraid.
There we go.
Don't be afraid. If you're a part of the Remax Creative Group, definitely use that as your resource. If you want to explore and see what other people from other brands are doing, because I believe inspiration comes in many different forms, and it's like anything. Once you put it on your radar, then you start to see more and more creativity. Please feel free to join my other group. It's Real Estate Creative Group on Facebook. It's small. We're growing. Classes start in July. I'm going to have these really amazing women on there. So, yeah, it'll be fun.
That's great. Love it. Love it.
Well, again, thank you for joining us today. And Monica, thank you for imparting your PhotoFi wisdom and bringing PhotoFi to my life, thus bringing it into everybody else's life. And I think that's it.
Well, if anyone has any questions about PhotoFi, you can always email us at support@photofi.com or go to support.photofi.com for our frequently asked questions. All of our webinars on demand. This one will be on there as well. Give me about 24 hours to get it set up. And then there's also information about our PhotoFi Academy, which for those of you who have been asking, there is the PhotoFi Academy is great. It's bite-sized training on how to use PhotoFi from zero to hero. So we've worked really hard to put that together. So we'd love to have you guys check it out and give us feedback always too. So, we're always looking for feedback, questions, and what do you want to see on these webinars? So thank you guys all for joining us. Bree, thank you so much. It was awesome having you here today. And we will catch you guys next month. So excited.
Bye.
All right.
Bye,
Have a great one, guys. All right. Bye.